The opening tip controlled by the Warriors, and we're underway in the final year at the Oracle. Jay, you know the Warriors love challenges. As they go for a three-peat, why not try and incorporate the personality and presence of a DeMarcus Cousins?
Well, if there's anybody up for the challenge, it will be a head coach who's had multiple years in dealing with one of the hottest players, when I mean personality, hottest players in the league, and Draymond Green, and that's Steve Kerr. And look, DeMarcus Cousins is going to come back on this team probably after All-Star break, and I think he'll have a chance to really add another versatile piece. But in the interim, I think a guy like Jordan Bell is going to be huge. There's no more JaVale McGee in this squad, but a guy like Jordan Bell or Kevon Looney can give them the length and the intimidation of what they need down low on the blocks.
Can't connect to Durant. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
He missed that shot on his own. The defense didn't do anything on that play to make him miss.
His first effort off the mark. The follow won't go either. Golden State at the controls. Durant to Thompson. Here comes the screen. Butler to bring it up. He'll run the offense. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Butler. Rose. Derrick Rose, still a sight to see. Well defended. He finds a way to knock it down.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
Warriors last year had to go on the road, win a Game 7 at Houston to take the West. Jay, you know Steve Kerr wants to see his team play better at home, make sure they get home court advantage.
Especially because this is the last year at Oracle Arena. And when you have a team that can play with a sense of urgency that is as talented as this Golden State Warriors team is, you better watch out. They slacked off last year. They were 29-12 at home. Now, that's a pretty amazing record at home, but let me tell you why they slacked off. The 3 years prior to that combined, they were 114-9. I think we're going to see that Golden State Warrior team from those years instead of the one from last year.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. Thompson to bring it into the front court. Looking to make something happen. He made his first effort, but not that time. Towns to Rose. Towns to Rose. Here comes the screen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Curry. Steph Curry. 2 for 3 now here in the first. Curry, no doubt, is a transformative player. Some say for the worst. Is there too much of a reliance on the three-point shot at all levels?
No, we're watching the game evolve, and Stephen Curry has been critical in changing the narrative. But I want kids at home to recognize that they see the finished product. They see somebody who makes 1,000 jumpers a day. And I love what Team USA is doing when they talk about removing the three-point line. It's imperative that kids have the right mechanics. If you have the right mechanics, your range will take care of itself.
First one goes down.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. To Thompson. To Shaun Livingston. Here comes the screen. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Butler. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
To Rose. from the painted area won't go down.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Shot from the lane won't go.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Waller into the front court. The score 10-8. Rose. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. You've got to get that one to go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
T-Wolves with the basketball. Derrick Rose. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
So we played one here at Oracle with the Warriors on top. Jay and I return after this. It's the NBA on a Friday night, and it's on EA Sports. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
A filling out process between each teams, and also, Ed, a filling out process with the referees. A lot of quick whistles. The game is being called differently. Look to see how both teams adjust.
To Rose. Inside, he scores.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
3 titles in 4 years, new arena next year, Jay, in San Francisco. Crazy to think that any of these Warriors would want to go anywhere else.
It's the way they've been leveraging their brand off the court in Silicon Valley. You see guys like Kevin Durant, who have 35 Media, his own media production company, also making a ton of investments. You see Stephen Curry and Andre Iguodala investing in E-Game Sports, amongst other things. I actually got a chance to host a Players Technology Summit with Andre Iguodala, where he talked about a multitude of things that he's invested in. They're able to leverage the business outside the business of sport, which is why I think they'll stay around in the Silicon Valley for a very long time. Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
32, Carl Anthony Towns.
Gibson. Here's a chance from long range. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Second one's no good. One more coming. Hits the foul shot. It's a 2 for 3 trip. It's Golden State basketball to Durant. Livingston to Thompson. for three and splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for three.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation. Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Towns. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Curry to Green. And scores. Strong take.
Green doesn't need to score to be effective. He's a more skilled Dennis Rodman of this generation. He's an undersized student of the game who can guard positions 1 through 5, a rarity even in today's style. And let me tell you what he's going to do. He's going to disrupt your game plan and probably try to get under your skin. So stay composed and don't go for the bait.
Klay Thompson with the basketball. To Durant. Now pass stolen by the Timberwolves. Jones with it, trailing by 4. Down low for Gibson. Here comes the screen. Rejected by Durant.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. Knocked loose. Warriors have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Curry to Green. Durant. Look at the fight for that ball. We'll get a jump. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Number 15, Damian Jones. Entering the game for...
Steph Curry. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Jay, he might be small, but against bigger and more athletic guards, how does he find a way to get it done?
Well, how about this? Last year, he shot 42% from behind the three-point line. That's his second lowest three-point shooting field goal percentage since he's been in the league. That's called first-class problems. And what that does, every time you step your foot over half court with unlimited range, it forces the defense to pick you up even quicker, which allows him way more room to operate on the offensive end.
Timberwolves have the basketball. Butler to Gibson. Jimmy Butler goes down last year, nearly cost Minnesota the playoffs. When he's healthy, what makes him so dangerous?
Well, he's a versatile player. He's a guy that can lock up on the defensive end and the guy that can give you 20-plus points every single night. Let's mirror. He missed 21 games last year. That's a quarter of the season. But the team didn't do that bad without him. They went 10-11. If these guys can finally come together and build some chemistry, they're a team that could be a 6 or a 5 seed in the West.
Rose to Towns. Derrick Rose. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Way to hit.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Possession lies with Golden State. Curry to Thompson. Sizing up the defense. Thompson, down low Durant to Curry. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. Almost, and he's not getting the call. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Time expires to end the first half. The Warriors with a commanding lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Warriors certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game.
At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Golden State Warriors have been emphasizing their three-point shooting in this matchup. Given how accurate they were in the first half, I think it's fair to expect more shots from deep in the closing half.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Derrick Rose
Was unable to find his shot through the first 2 quarters.
He's been suffering through miss after miss, and no matter what he tries, it's just not working for him. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Minnesota with the basketball. Butler to Wiggins.
Screen.
Butler to Taj Gibson. Nothing going here on that drive. From the outside, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
The assist from number 35, Kevin Durant.
Rose into the front court. Trailing by 15. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Notch down the first.
I like that.
And gets both to drop at the line.
Oh, yeah, we're coming right back to you.
Warriors have the basketball. Durant to Thompson. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Curry to Thompson. Great feed. Count the basket at the rim.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Butler to bring it up. The deficit now up to 13. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
Oh, blocked by...
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Butler. On a bad pass. Going to be taken away by the Warriors.
Maybe pace it right here. They got a big lead at home.
The follow won't go either. To Butler. Jimmy Butler. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Warriors have the basketball. Throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Butler into the front court. Down by 15. Down low for Gibson. Taj Gibson above the rim. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Durant to Curry. Warriors with 4 to shoot. Short jumper off the mark.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Rose, he was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Butler to bring it up. His guys trail by 13. Jimmy Butler, consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round. Are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
Shot by Curry, no good. Slams it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Livingston to Durant. Oh, defender pulls the chair. And a throwdown.
Jimmy Butler's made such an impact on this young Timberwolves team. A guy with a blue-collar mentality shows up to practice early and stays late. And obviously, we saw that in the fact that the Minnesota Timberwolves made the playoffs for the first time last year since 2004.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Draymond Green will go to the line to shoot 2.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Draymond Green at the line. First try at the line, no good. Missed the second as well. To Butler. Ah, rocking the rim. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Warriors basketball. Durant to Sean Livingston. Now a pass stolen by the Timberwolves.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here's Durant for two. Kevin Durant, he's 3 for 7.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level, but that jumper's wet too?
From the painted area, won't go down. 3 quarters down, the Warriors with the lead. The Warriors won the opening tip, so they have it to start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Green to Durant. Thompson. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Knocked loose. Warriors come up with it.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
To Durant. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Livingston to Durant. For 3. That's how you defend. Oh, stolen by the Warriors.
You got to go for the score here right now in this possession.
Inside, he scores.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Rose to Wiggins. Butler. And that'll be rebounded by Bell. Shot from the lane won't go. Wiggins. Off the iron. No good. Livingston to bring it up. Leads 5. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Turns and slams it down.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
We get a whistle and a timeout by Golden State. That's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with 1 remaining.
And this is where I get a chance to see if coaches can change it up. Maybe let one of your players lead the timeout so your team can hear a different voice to keep everybody engaged. Maybe like the Warriors did with Andre Iguodala.
It's Steph at the controls. Takes stock of the floor. Screen coming. The shot denied by Towns.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Andrew Wiggins trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 74% free throw shooter. The free throw, good. Finishes off the 3-point play. And we're tied up here in the fourth quarter. Curry has it.
I got ball. I got ball.
Surveys the floor. Curry to Thompson. Not that time. Rose into the front court. All even here in the fourth. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Derrick Rose at the line. Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Kevin Durant has it. Won't go down. No good. Curry into the front court. His guys now trailing by a point. Here comes the screen. Oh, straight down the middle for two.
Klay Thompson equals a jump shooting metronome. Catch, plant, and shoot, and there's no wasted motion from the waist up, which leads to him being one of the most efficient players in the league. He's led the league for 3 seasons in a row in catch and shoot opportunities. You probably want to run him off the three-point line, force him to put the ball down on the ground and make a play.
It's Curry controlling the offense. To Green. Durant. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Durant. Thompson. Open look, and he buries it. Defense has to wake up.
Just a little defensive breakdown right there, and an open Klay means 2 points every time.
Rose to Wiggins.
Remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Butler. Rejected by Green.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Nice pass to set things up. And he's going to the line to shoot.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just gotta let them play, ref.
First one, count it. And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Rose to Butler. A bad pass there. Warriors have it.
Turnovers like that at this point of the game are daggers. You can't afford to have empty possessions in the final 2 minutes.
Oh, a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Now a whistle as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. Wiggins. To Butler. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Golden State at the controls. Knocked loose. And too much contact.
His timing was a tad bit off.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. Butler buries it on the catch and shoot. And the defender over-pursues, and he's called for it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Straight on three. At the buzzer, it's the Warriors who get the victory as they take care of business at home. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Warriors emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Golden State Warriors. The Timberwolves are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Klay Thompson could not have been more impressive in this game. The way he scored the basketball looked like he was playing with kids in high school.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.